A public notice went up at the legislature on Monday announcing last week's passage of an amendment to lower the voting age. This constitutional amendment will need to be approved by half of all eligible voters in Taiwan before it could come into effect.
On Monday, lawmakers faced off over when this referendum should be held. To maximize turnout, the DPP is pushing for November 26, the day of the local elections, but it's encountering stiff resistance from the KMT.
Legislative Speaker You Si-kun put up a notice on Monday announcing a new constitutional amendment. This amendment to lower the voting age to 18 will need to be approved in a referendum by more than half of the electorate, or about 9.65 million votes. Speaker You said he wanted to hold the vote at the end of the year, on the same day as the local elections.
Subjectively, that's the hope. I hope that the referendum will be held with the local elections. Even the winner of the 2020 presidential election did not have enough votes to pass the threshold of a constitutional referendum.
The KMT said it strenuously opposed You's proposal. It accused the DPP of flip-flopping from its own position in last December's 4-in-1 referendum.
During that referendum, the DPP said it was concerning itself with the facts and not individual people. It said that on the basis of facts, it believed that referendums should not be held alongside general elections. Fast forward to today. What's the DPP concerning itself with now? You can't change your position simply because the electoral thresholds are different. We'd like to ask KMT Chairman Chu to not encourage his party's lawmakers to desert the cause of constitutional reform. The KMT seems to have supported this constitutional revision only for a day. The very next day, it completely changed its tune. For this coming constitutional referendum, the electoral threshold is so high that the voting has to be tied to a general election.
The DPP lawmaker said that constitutional referendums had a higher threshold than general referendums. Constitutional referendums need support from at least half of all eligible voters to pass, whereas general referendums require only a quarter of voters, he said, emphasizing that the DPP's positions were not one-size-fits-all. He said the fate of the voting age referendum could have an impact on other constitutional revisions, such as those on climate change, animal protection, and the abolition of the examination yuan and control yuan. Another proposal calls for lowering the minimum age for president to 35.
We hope that many other issues can be brought into the discussion. Regarding the timing of the upcoming referendum, I think that what matters is whether election planners can still dot the I's and cross the T's and put together all the requisite support measures. I think that is what's most important. We will do everything in our power to ensure the passage of this constitutional amendment.
Lawmakers said the road of constitutional reform was long and that the upcoming referendum would only be the beginning.